Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today I want to talk about Rhett and Link, generally known for their goofy antics, playing games, trying horrible foods, and everything in between, just having fun on their daily breakfast show over on YouTube. But behind all that, we rarely talk about their brilliance, the creation of their entire network from basically nowhere. So how did Rhett and Link do this? Are they the true masterminds of YouTube? So how do two childhood friends from a small town in North Carolina end up running one of the biggest independent media companies on the internet without ever taking a single dollar of outside investment? The story starts on the 4th of September 1984, the first day of the first grade at Bowie's Creek Elementary, when Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal were both kept inside from recess for writing on their desks. Their teacher handed them pictures of mythical beasts to colour as punishment, unknowingly naming both the company and the fandom that would exist decades later. The two stayed close throughout school, then roomed together at North Carolina University whilst studying engineering, and after graduating, briefly worked separate corporate jobs, Link at IBM and Rhett at the engineering firm Black & Veatch, before then walking away from both to make internet videos together full-time from 2006 onwards. Their flagship show, Good Mythical Morning, launched in 2012, and the consistency behind this is something that can't be overstated. As of March 2026, the show has aired more than 3,000 episodes, released daily on weekdays for well over a decade. In 2017, the pair renamed their company from Rhett and Link Incorporated to Mythical Entertainment and began running it as an actual media business entirely self-financed with no outside investors or venture capital, growing purely off its own revenue to more than 90 staff and a combined channel network north of 75 million subscribers. That expansion produced entire shows built by other people brought into the fold. Josh Scherer joined as culinary producer for Good Mythical Morning in 2017, and by January 2020 had grown that role into its own channel, Mythical Kitchen, home to the long-running series Last Meals and the food debate podcast A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, before Scherer and the pair released the Mythical Cookbook in 2024, which reached #1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Not everything they built was designed to run forever though, and one of the most significant recent changes says a lot about how deliberately they run the company. Ear Biscuits, their flagship conversational podcast, launched in September 2013 and ran for more than a decade, reaching nearly 500 episodes by the time Rhett and Link announced in October 2025 that the show would go on indefinite hiatus at the end of the year, with plans to fold more casual, unscripted conversation back into Good Mythical More instead. Similarly, Sporked, a food media site co-founded in 2022, was eventually sold onto another company, Savage Ventures, rather than kept running indefinitely purely for the sake of it. Nowhere does the willingness to build, hand off, or step back show up more clearly than in their history with Smosh. Smosh was originally founded in 2002 by Ian Hickox and Anthony Padilla, growing into one of the largest sketch comedy brands on YouTube, with its main channel repeatedly becoming the single most subscribed on the entire platform. When Smosh's parent company, Defy Media, collapsed into liquidation in November 2018, Mythical Entertainment stepped in and acquired the brand in February 2019, bringing Smosh, Smosh Games and Smosh Pit under its roof. Hickox himself later said the move gave Smosh genuine creative freedom their previous ownership never provided, and under Mythical, the brand launched its own podcast, Smoshcast, and returned to consistent growth. Then, in June 2023, when Smosh's original founders expressed interest in reuniting and running the company themselves again, Mythical agreed to sell the majority stake straight back to them, keeping only a minority share and staying on in an advisory capacity. Industry analysts have specifically pointed to that decision as rare, genuinely creator-first move in an industry where acquired brands are almost never handed back to their original owners. That same instinct shaped the Mythical Accelerator Fund, launched in 2021 with $5 million set aside to make minority stakes in other creators' businesses, backing YouTuber Jarvis Johnson, musician Daniel Thrasher, and the lifestyle channel The Sorry Girls over the following 2 years. In December 2024, they went further still, joining an investor group that purchased First We Feast, the company behind the enormously popular interview show Hot Ones from BuzzFeed entirely. Around all of that, the company kept expanding its own footprint too, launching its own linear streaming channel, Mythical 24/7, on Roku in 2023, signing with the talent agency WME that same year, and taking Good Mythical Morning on the road for the first time in 2024 with a 9-city live tour. The recognition has followed accordingly, with Good Mythical Morning winning Show of the Year at the Streamy Awards in both 2019 and 2022, and Rhett Link being named to Times Magazine's inaugural list of the 100 most influential creators in 2025. But underneath every acquisition, every new show, and every ending handled on their own terms, the through line stays exactly the same as it was on the first day of school in 1984. It's still just two genuinely close friends sitting on the same side of a desk more than 3,000 episodes and over 4 decades later.